Hello everyone, Dave from Arachnids. We are doing something completely different here. I found something out with this. I'm moving the microphone, so be tolerant. With this new camera, is that it already takes close-up pictures. Generally, I mean I'm gonna have to get up here now. It's almost like I need a bigger tri-stand, or whatever you want to call these things now. I don't even know what they're called now. Tripods. To get up higher, or I'm going to have to put something on here to put this on so that we get a better view of what we're looking at. So this is the new thing that I impulse bought today. Sorry. Yes, I impulse bought something. And it's just because it was really not really expensive. It was the last one there. And I knew the person that was selling it at the pet store because her daughter played softball with my daughter. So she kind of showed it to me, and I was like, oh, I gotta have it. So I did a little bit of research. I don't think this is a described species. They're Geocesotoma, I think. Don't quote me on that as far as the genus is concerned. These are commonly called vampire crabs or panther crabs. They only get about 2 inches long, and they are semi-terrestrial. So they like to hang out in the water, and they like to hang out in the land. So this is not the most ideal. This is not the best setup for it right now. It should probably have more water. So, but for now, because of time restraints and work, unfortunately, and impulse buying something, this is going to have to do. So what I did is took a plastic container, and we put sand in the bottom of it. We put a little plant. I glued 2 of these rocks together and put a piece of cork bark in there that's glued into the water area. So the little guy or girl can crawl up this way, or up on the rocks, or however it wants to do. It has a rock kind of structure here, a little area that it can hang out in, a little plant back here it could also hide in, and recommended moss that's in the corner, nice and damp. So, excuse me. Nobody really knows exactly what I got. I mean, Tracy knows because she had contacted me she messaged me about something, and I said, oh, I got something new, and she said, what? And I said, something crusty, so she kind of had an idea what it was. She told me I needed to name it Crusty, but I had already picked out a name. Because it's a vampire crab, I go back to all the vampire movies that I've ever watched in my whole entire life, and without any question, my favorite vampire is named Selene. And if you guys know what Selene is from, which would be the underworld, you understand why. Because Kate Beckinsale is not too hard to look at. So whether this little dude's a boy or a girl, I don't know. I know they are a South Asian species, so they have to be kind of warmer, which he's not going to have any problems in this room. And all this here will create really, really good humidity for it. It's got enough water that it can go in and submerge and hang out on the bottom. And I'll have to make sure that the water is leveled up probably every handful of days because of our moisture issues in here. But although, since I've been running a humidifier, it's been a little bit better in here. Yes, I'm still sick, by the way. So we're going to put this little guy in there and see what it does. They are kind of quick, actually. They do walk side to side. They eat pretty much anything. They will eat fruits and vegetables. I don't know fruits, but vegetables definitely. They will eat dried shrimp, or I don't remember what it was that I got for them, what they were feeding them. I'm sure it's probably not the best thing in the world, but I had to get something for it other than little crickets. But I did get crickets for it. And they are night scavengers, hence vampire crab. And they are named vampire crab because of their cool little eyes. Now, some of them like are reddish, some of them are purplish, and this one happens to be reddish. But they are kind of quick. He is a very, very little quick dude. Let me see if, oh yeah, we gotta make sure he doesn't run off on us here. So let's get him in here, and then hopefully, see, there he is right there. Got the big beady eyes. He's gonna go right there. Oh, that's a nice little shot of him right there. Oh, how I get, oh. You know what that's from? Glue gun. glue gun. So we'll try and throw some stuff in there. They just had a, let's try and get a close-up of him there. There he is right there. Isn't he cool? Or she? Isn't she cool? Celine? Yeah, they don't get much bigger than what she is right there. And they only live a couple years, so I don't know how old these ones already are. But if I like, you know, having this one, I may look at getting more in a, you know, a glass enclosure, you know, of aquarium style, and do something of a multi crab kind of thing. I am going to free up some space here because I do want to broaden what I do. I mean, I love my spiders, but I'd like to have a few other things. You know, I'd like to get a centipede again, and I mean, I have the scorpions, but I would like to get another tailless whip scorpion as well. So, you know, I'd like to get back into some different odd, sorry about the camera there, different odd things that are out of the ordinary. They will show every now and then. I mean, we want to focus on them, but I haven't done videos on the geckos in a long time, and I'd like to do that. I know people want to see some of my other pets. That was one of the requests for a video to be done. But I thought you guys would like just to see this little dude, and I'll throw some crickets in there for it tonight and see how it does. But I probably won't ever really get a chance to see it eat. I also watched a couple videos on it, and it seems like, I think those are bloodworms that they're feeding them. They're like little tiny, really red, small things that they suck up in a like a medicine dropper and then squirt in the water. These little tiny worms. So I know the axolotl, or I don't know, axolotl, I think is how it's pronounced. I can never pronounce it right. Haley's little deal, that one will eat bloodworms, and that was, you know, a recommended diet of it was bloodworms, and there's nowhere around here to get them, and right now you don't want to order them because they're too cold. So I have to figure out what they are, and maybe invest in some and see what comes of it. But I did get a bunch of small crickets, so we'll throw a handful of them in here tonight. The only problem that you have is, you know, the water. That's why the extra stuff is in there as well, so if the crickets do get down the water, they will be able to crawl themselves back out. Unlike in your tarantula enclosures where you have a water dish and the spider, or not the spider, but the cricket goes in there and it has no way to get out. So just something different. Who knows, you know? I mean, sometimes you have to have a little fun with life and what you do. And, you know, people say impulse buying is, you know, the worst thing you do without doing research. But the thing is, when you, as far as I'm concerned, when you keep exotic pets, I think that you could probably have the confidence in your keeping abilities to take care of things. Now, I'm not saying that this little dude or girl won't pass away in a week. I have no idea, but it could be something other than, you know, your husbandry. So we're gonna see how it does. It's not very big. It's really cool, actually. Look at those eyes are like something else, aren't they? Let's get a real close up of it. Look at that thing. Look at those. So yeah, it's kind of like dark eyes and the reddish claws and the reddish underneath, and they are rather quick. But again, it's something different, something new, and something I can take pictures of that I could share on my Instagram account and my Eerie Arachnids page. So yes, I will figure out the genus again and label it, but I think it's just going to be a whatever the genus is. I think it was like a GEOSEST something, Geostoma or something. I have the page saved on my phone, so I can go back and look at it. It's a nice, really nice informational page. I think it was from Big Owls. I watched a couple of his videos. What a awesome character. I'm gonna have to subscribe to that guy and check out some more of his work. He's got some he's a really cool character. So we'll see how things go, and we'll update it every now and then. I'll get some good pictures so you guys can see it on Instagram for those of you that follow me. And thanks for watching, and happy crab keeping.